Hi, I'm Olivia Langen, and this is Meet the Producer. I've been at PRH for 3 years so far, the past two being in my current role as associate producer. I've been lucky enough to work on some award-winning titles like MEXIKID by Pedro Martin. Along with Diane McKiernan, we received the Odyssey Award for Excellence in Audiobook Production for that title. The way I got started in audiobook production was loving and listening to audiobooks. I always wanted to work in publishing, but I thought it was out of the question because I'm over here on the West Coast and most of the industry is in New York. So it was a total joy to discover that there's a huge, vibrant audiobook community here in LA. And when I saw a job opportunity for a pre-production role at Penguin Random House based in California, I've never filled out a job application faster, and I started pre-production 2021 before moving into my current role in 2022. MEXIKID is a title that I co-produced with Diane McKiernan, and from the second we opened the PDF for MEXIKID, we knew we had something really special that we were working on. The dialogue is hilarious, the characters are complex and funny, and the artwork was just visually stunning. And it's not often that a book aimed at young adults and kids will have me in tears, but the emotional beats of this story were just so powerful that I totally melted into it and bought into the story immediately, which is also a graphic memoir. So it is a real story. The challenge was in adapting this super colorful, visually compelling graphic novel into an equally compelling audio product. So during pre-production, the adaptation was very tricky. There'd be scenes, for example, where the Martine kids are talking to their grandpa. The grandpa slowly walks away, and there's no way to audio translate that from the visuals. So we had to add lines here and there, subtract lines here and there. And Diane and I ended up directing each of the 10 sessions with the voice actors. So we got to be hands-on throughout the entire production. And in post-production, once all of the narrators had recorded, we had all of the tracks we needed. That's when I felt the most freedom to play around with sound effects, sourcing music, and adding back a lot of that comedy and drama and emotion that we maybe lost from subtracting the visuals as a component. And the author, Pedro Martin, was fantastic to work with. He told us what every producer wants to hear, which is, I trust you. And we knew we wanted to cast all Mexican-American actors and find the most authentic music to Jalisco, Mexico as we could. And we found most of our final cast narrators from our casting platform, Ahab. So we're very grateful to everyone who contributed to that production. Pre, post, all the actors. It was just a joy. An audiobook that I recently worked on that I'd absolutely suggest you listen to is What If We Get It Right by Ayanna Elizabeth Johnson. It's really the audiobook to listen to in 2024. It's very prevalent. It's a solutions-based take on climate change that features 20 interviews with scientists, poets, thought leaders, etc., all interviewed by a very experienced podcaster, the author, Ayanna Elizabeth Johnson, who's also an accomplished marine biologist and an excellent interviewer. The audiobook also features music, which gives it a more podcasty feel, so you can take it in chunks and make the 22-hour runtime a little less daunting. I've got to say, Blood City Rollers has a really special place in my heart. It's also a graphic novel adaptation, like MEXIKID. Working on MEXIKID really sparked in me a love for graphic novel adaptations, and I love being able to translate the visual cues into the audio realm with fun sound effects, finding the perfect music tracks for it, and really encouraging the narrators to bring out their kookiest characters in the voice acting. So when I saw Blood City Rollers on the list, I jumped at the opportunity to work on it. It follows a young ice skater named Mina Murray who gets recruited by a gang of vampire roller derby players. It's funny, it's queer, and it's everything I would have loved to have on my bookshelf as a kid. So working on this title was a total treat to my inner child, and I'd recommend it to anyone. I'm Olivia Langen, and this was Meet the Producer. Thanks for watching.